Welcome to this video on Docker, an incredible platform that has revolutionized the way we develop, deploy, and manage applications. In this video, we'll explore the fundamentals of Docker, understand its key concepts, and discover the numerous benefits it offers. Docker allows us to encapsulate applications and their dependencies into portable, lightweight containers, making them highly scalable, reproducible, and easy to deploy across different environments. Whether you're a developer, system administrator, or part of a DevOps team, understanding Docker is essential in today's software landscape. So, let's dive into the world of Docker and uncover its power together. Welcome to this video on Docker, an incredible platform that has revolutionized the way we develop, deploy, and manage applications. In this video, we'll explore the fundamentals of Docker, understand its key concepts, and discover the numerous benefits it offers. Docker allows us to encapsulate applications and their dependencies into portable, lightweight containers, making them highly scalable, reproducible, and easy to deploy across different environments. Whether you're a developer, system administrator, or part of a DevOps team, understanding Docker is essential in today's software landscape. So, let's dive into the world of Docker and uncover its power together. Let's explore some key concepts that form the foundation of Docker. Docker images are the building blocks of containers. They are read-only templates that contain the instructions for creating a container. Containers are running instances of Docker images. They are isolated from each other and from the host system, providing consistency and portability. Interesting fact: Docker containers share the host system's kernel, making them lightweight and efficient. This allows for faster startup times and better resource utilization compared to traditional virtualization. So, imagine you're working with Docker, a powerful tool for managing software applications. In the Docker ecosystem, we have three key components: the Docker client, the Docker host, and the Docker registry. The Docker client is like your go-to assistant for interacting with Docker. It's a command line interface, CLI, that lets you control Docker and issue commands. When you hear about Docker commands like docker build, docker push, docker pull, or docker run, they are all part of the Docker client's toolbox. Now, let's move on to the Docker host. Think of it as a server or a powerful computer that does the heavy lifting. The Docker host runs and manages containers, which are isolated environments where your applications run. The star of the show on the Docker host is the Docker daemon. It's like the backstage manager, coordinating everything and making sure containers are created, started, stopped, and removed as needed. Lastly, we have the Docker registry, which serves as a central hub for storing and sharing Docker images. Think of Docker images as prepackaged software packages or blueprints for your applications. In our example, the Docker registry showcases popular images like Ubuntu, CentOS, Fedora, and Python. You can think of it as a library of ready-to-use software components that you can pull from or push your own custom images to. So, that's the basic breakdown of the Docker ecosystem: the Docker client, the Docker host with its daemon, and the Docker registry with its collection of images. They work together to make your Docker experience smooth and efficient. Take a look at the architecture of Docker to understand how it all fits together. The Docker daemon runs on the host machine and manages Docker objects such as images, containers, networks, and volumes. The Docker client is a command line interface, CLI, or API that allows users to interact with the Docker daemon and manage Docker objects. Interesting fact: Docker has a distributed architecture, which means you can use Docker to manage containers across a cluster of machines. This enables easy scalability and high availability for applications. Let's walk through the typical workflow of working with Docker. Writing a Dockerfile is a crucial step in the Docker workflow. It defines the base image, dependencies, and configuration of the application. Building an image involves executing the instructions in the Dockerfile and creating a Docker image using the docker build command. Interesting fact: Docker allows you to use the Dockerfile to automate the entire container creation process, ensuring consistency and reproducibility. It's like having a recipe for building your application's environment. Docker offers several benefits that make it a game changer in the world of software development. Portability is one of the significant advantages of Docker. Docker containers can run on any platform that supports Docker, making it easy to deploy applications across different environments. Containers provide a high level of isolation, ensuring that each application runs in its own isolated environment without interfering with others. Interesting fact, Docker containers are so lightweight that you can run hundreds or even thousands of them on a single machine. This scalability makes it ideal for applications with varying workload demands. Discover some common use cases where Docker shines. Docker simplifies the deployment process for applications. By packaging applications and their dependencies into containers, you eliminate the works on my machine problem and ensure consistent deployments. Microservices architectures benefit greatly from Docker. Applications are broken down into smaller, independently deployable services, making it easier to manage and scale. Interesting fact, did you know that many popular cloud platforms, including AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud, have built-in support for Docker? This makes it seamless to deploy your containerized applications on these cloud providers. We've covered the basics of Docker and its significance in modern software development. Docker's popularity continues to grow, with millions of developers and organizations adopting it worldwide. Interesting fact, Docker's logo is a cute whale named Moby Dock, paying homage to the classic novel Moby Dick. Here are some additional resources you can explore to enhance your knowledge and experience with Docker. Docker documentation. You can find a wealth of information and official documentation on Docker's website. It covers everything from getting started to advanced topics. Check it out at Docker documentation. Docker Hub. If you're looking for a vast collection of pre-built Docker images, Docker Hub is the place to go. It's like a marketplace where you can discover, use, and share Docker images created by the community. You can explore Docker Hub at Docker Hub. Docker Official GitHub Repository. For those who prefer to dive into the technical details, the Docker Official GitHub Repository is a great resource. It contains the source code, issue tracker, and discussions related to Docker. You can find it on GitHub at Docker Official GitHub Repository. Awesome Docker GitHub Repository. Looking for a curated list of useful tools, libraries, and resources related to Docker? The Awesome Docker GitHub Repository has got you covered. It's a fantastic compilation of community-recommended Docker-related projects. You can explore it on GitHub at Awesome Docker GitHub Repository. These resources will provide you with a wealth of information, tutorials, examples, and community support to enhance your Docker journey. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced user, they offer valuable insights and opportunities to expand your Docker skills. Happy exploring! And that's a wrap. Thank you so much for joining us on this introductory journey into Docker. We hope you found this video informative and insightful. If you have any lingering questions or need further clarification, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're here to help and would love to assist you in your Docker adventures. Once again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon in our next video. Happy coding and happy Dockerizing!